Okay, Jeanette, let's think best case scenario, you get offered a job. One of the things that you're going to be really interested in is how much money you make. So going back to those questions I mentioned to you, that's never one of the questions. Never talk money. Whoever talks money first loses. If a young person or seasoned professional brings up money before there's a job offer on the table, that is very, very uncool from an employer's point of view. So the money question is saved for the job offer. When people do make a job offer, you need to be prepared ahead of time with what it is that you will accept on a minimum basis. What is it that you know you have to have? You have to already figured this out ahead of time. I need to have this much money per month. So therefore, if they offer me that, I know that I'm okay. If they offer me below that, it's not going to be a go. Then I like people to say the next thing is, what would they like to have, you know, above the minimum, and that's going to kind of create their range. So anything between $35,000 and $40,000, for instance, is going to be comfortable for you. And when your employer comes in with a job offer and they mention what the range is, or if they mention a number, you'll know right away whether that's good or not good. Sometimes they say to you, what did you expect to earn? Now that's kind of tricky because, again, remember that little rule, whoever mentions money first loses. So if you say, oh, I expected, you know, $25,000, I thought, oh, I was going to offer her 30, you know, then you just lost $5,000. So it is really important to know how to handle those kind of comments when they're trying to get you to reveal what it is that you were expecting. So now I'm just creating a best case scenario, because in this economy it is a little bit more of an employer's market. But that said, you still have to know what you can live with. Okay? So let's go with, he or she says to you, Jeanette, what were you expecting? You should share with them your range if you're comfortable doing that. And you can lead into the situation by saying, well, I've researched what the average is for this position, and I found out that in Southern California, a social work major such as yourself would be making between $28,000 and $35,000. That's one answer you could have. Or you could simply lob the ball back to her court and say, I'm sure that when we're in our final discussion that we'll come to a fair and equitable salary for me. Now it's back to them. I think it always is a strength position, though, if you say you've researched what the salary range is, so that you can give them a little bit of feedback, and then you don't have to really play too many cat and mouse games with them, because they'll be up front and say, oh, well, that's over what we were expecting to pay, and then it's back up to you to decide what it is that you want. It is negotiable. It isn't like when people say, here's what it is, and there's no negotiation. Everything is negotiable. And if it isn't the money, if they are very strict on money, no, we absolutely have no other money. Sometimes you can ask for vacation days. Like, well, I noticed, well, what is the vacation package? And, well, it's 5 paid days. And you can say, okay, well, maybe if you can't give me the money, I'd like to have 2 more paid days off, or something like that. Or can I have time off to go to school? Or some other aspects, some accommodations that you might be prepared to ask for. But you have to really research what's realistic, and of course you don't want to alienate people, but if they are at the job offering stage, believe me, they want to finish the process. That's the good news. Not too many people at the job offering stage are going to say, oh, forget it, and we'll start all over again. They really have decided on you, everyone's psychologically invested in you, and they want you. They're willing to listen to your needs and work with you. So never feel like you have to just take whatever someone offers without some negotiation. Tends to be difficult for young new grads to do that, and also females tend to feel like, well, I'll take whatever I'm offered. I'm lucky to have a job. Well, that's not really true. And I'll give you an example of two of our alums, both of whom were offered jobs at this very same corporate company, being managers, And I know that the female took the amount offered, and I know the male negotiated $5,000 more a year for the same exact job. So it's obviously whoever has the courage to do so and the confidence and has impressed the interviewers enough to get them to offer you a job, then just know that for a little while you can be in the driver's seat. Okay? Good.